Doctor Strange is a 2016 American superhero film based on the Marvel comic character of the same name, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Picture. It acts as the 14th film in the MCU, and the film was directed by Scott Derrickson from a screenplay written with John Spatz, C. Robert Cowgill, and stars Benedict Cumberbatch as Surgeon Stephen Strange, along with Chiwetel Ejiofor. I'm very sorry I butchered your name. I apologize. Rachel McAdams, Benedict Wong, Michael Stuhlbarg, Benjamin Bratt, Scott Adkison, Maddie Mikkelsen, and Tilda Swinton. And what's this film all about? In an accident, Stephen Strange, a famous neurosurgeon, loses the ability to use his hands. He then goes to visit the mysterious Ancient One to heal himself and become a great sorcerer under her leadership. Now, various incarnations of the Doctor Strange film and adaptation had been in development since the mid-80s until Paramount Pictures acquired the film rights in April 2005 on behalf of Marvel Studios. And yeah, they ended up writing the film and making it on board, writing it in 2014. It premiered in Hong Kong on October 13, 2016, and in the US on November 4th of the same year, and it grossed over 677 million, which received many praise for its visuals and cast, and received awards, including an Academy Award nomination for Best VFX. And what do I like about this film? Let's talk about the good of this film and the very, very trippy, psychedelic visual look. It's very, very, very appealing to the eyes, but it can make you feel a bit weird at times, but the visual effects, my gosh, they you just see how Marvel can go beyond in visual. Doesn't have to just go beyond in the storytelling, but it can go beyond in the way it presents the look of the film. The visuals just look very different and very out of this world and very new, and Marvel really, the studio that made it, Marvel, they know what they're doing and they really have improved, and I was loving it. For me, I really enjoyed the first two acts with Stephen Strange, being this neurosurgeon guy. He's kind of cocky and arrogant, and then when he loses the ability to use his hands and he can't be a neurosurgeon, he feels like his life has no meaning, and he starts becoming a kind of a prat to the people close to around him, and then he sees the Ancient One and he learns the arts of how to be a sorcerer, and it's really cool. It kind of reminds me of The Matrix at times, and a bit of Inception. It has those elements to it, but it does it in a way that's original and really fun and just very different at the same time. I'm loving all the supporting cast. I'm not going to say his name, I'm just going to say Carl Mordo, and I really did like him, and I like the Benedict Wong's character as Wong, who's just, he's also a master of the martial arts who has a very interesting fascination of Beyonce. And I really did like it. Tilda Swinton as the Ancient One was very, very interesting, because when you hear the name the Ancient One, you think an old man, probably an old Asian dude who just wants to do mystical stuff, but this is a woman. It was very interesting and a bit but she does a good job at portraying this character. I like this character, and very great film. This film is very fun, fast paced. I like when they're battling against when they're going through the portals and all that lot, and I really did like towards the end when Strange kind of confronted Dormammu. I think that's how you say Dormammu. That's his name, and it was kind of repeating, using the Infinity Stone. Spoiler alert: it is an Infinity Stone. I mean, you've got to have known that to go back in time and all that, like the Time Stone. And I really did like it. This film kind of opened up so many possibilities of what they could do, because if Doctor Strange still has this power, this Infinity Stone with him, I think he did at the end of Endgame. I'm not too sure, but if he does, then it opens a whole possibility of madness that he could, go into, and I really did enjoy it. But let's talk about the main, for me, the negatives. And that final act was a little bit corny, as that final act just didn't land for me, in my opinion. It wasn't as epic or as intense as like the previous acts. It was kind of lackluster for me, and it didn't really do much justice to the film in a way. Like the whole Demandu character looked weird looking. The CGI looked cool, but just weird, and I just wasn't digging it. I also feel like this film isn't serious. This is when Marvel, in my opinion, started to become a little bit comedic in a way. Like there would be very intense scenes, like character defining moments, where the character's meant to like figure out who he is and meant to go into action, but it's completely cut out with just gags and just goofy moments, and in my opinion, the funny moments they didn't make me laugh. I was annoyed. I wanted to feel something. I wanted to get emotional. I wanted to, but those gags just ruined the film for me. And that's the problem with Doctor Strange onwards, is that all these MCU films slowly started to become very not comic booky, but just too comedic at times, which is why I'm blessed that Infinity War and Endgame exist, because at least they didn't have too much of those gags in a way. But apart from that, it was a great flick. I also noticed that this is when the MCU started to improve on their posters, because the MCU movies of the past, their posters were really bland, very bland, but their posters now are starting to look vibrant and colorful, and I felt Doctor Strange is the one that introduced that. And yeah, great posters. And with that, I'm going to give this film I think I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I'll give it a B-. It is a pretty decent flick, but it's not my favorite MCU flick. But what do you think? Tell me in the comments down below. What's your favorite MCU film? That's everything for watching. As always, Boyd of You signing out.